While driving my grandson Jason Watson to school, I accidentally had a car accident. The police came to check the dashcam. As soon as the dashcam was turned on, I heard the sounds of my husband, Timothy Watson, and a woman making out. Jason blinked and asked me what it was. I hurriedly covered his ears but couldn't hold back my tears. After getting married, Timothy and I had a child, but he refused to sleep with me on the grounds of his poor health and treated me coldly for 40 years. I have worked hard for this family for half my life, but in the end, my efforts became a complete joke. I stared at the dashcam in disbelief, shaking with anger. It recorded thousands of videos, and each was evidence of their affair. Although I couldn't see the two of them, the constantly shaking images reminded me how passionate they were. I could imagine how my husband pressed the woman under him and made out with her passionately, how he gently caressed every inch of her skin and kissed her lovingly, and how he said endearing words that he had never said to me. Every word and every breath wrenched my heart. I grasped the fabric over my chest tightly, feeling as if a knife were piercing my heart. It hurt so much that I couldn't breathe. Everything in front of my eyes was blurred, and tears streamed down my face. I recalled that not long after my labor, he handed me a medical examination report, claiming that he could no longer sleep with me. I believed in that report so firmly that I never thought of any other possibility. Because I loved him, I was willing to endure loneliness. Over the years, considering that he was busy with work, I raised our child alone and took care of our parents. I devoted everything to this family and ended up becoming a worn-out woman, while my husband was hooking up with the other woman outside and even lied to me for 40 years. What kind of woman deserved for him to do all this? If he loved her so much, why did he marry me? Why didn't he divorce me and be with that woman? I was confused, and my mind was in turmoil. I didn't know what to do. After resolving the car crash in a day, I drove back home. After I got home and coaxed Jason to sleep, I went to Timothy's study while no one else was at home. While rummaging through his drawers, I found an old yellowed photo in a black diary. It was a graduation photo. I looked at the photo and quickly found Timothy, who was handsome in his youth and extremely dazzling in the crowd. It was hard not to be impressed by him. Timothy was smiling in the photo, and I had never seen him smile like that before. There stood a radiant and lovely girl next to him. They tightly held their hands like a perfect match. My heart started to wrench again. I took a deep breath and silently put the photo back. Although I was not sure whether this girl was the one in the car, with the fact that my husband cheated on me, I pulled myself together, took out my cell phone, and called Timothy's old classmate. After a few pleasantries, I pretended to be casual and asked, "I heard from Timothy that you guys just had a gathering a while ago. Didn't your class belle attend it?" As I finished speaking, the person on the phone was stunned for a moment. "Class belle? Oh, you mean Wendy Lopez?" "She did." I continued. No wonder Timothy mentioned her to me and talked about the past between them. Soon the person on the phone was surprised and asked, "He told you that Wendy is his first love?" After hanging up the phone, I sat in the chair in a daze. It turned out that the girl was Timothy's first love. Wow. I recalled that Timothy's mother, Selena Watson, mentioned it once when she was alive. Timothy had dated a girl when he was in college, but they broke up for unknown reasons. I was lost in thought when the door of the study was suddenly pushed open. Timothy shouted in a cold voice, "Betty, who allowed you to touch my thing?"